5 years ago, a study was published that concluded that workers working long hours had a higher chance of experiencing occupational health problems. It was found that working long hours affects psychological health, mental health, health behaviors, related health, and nonspecific health. Those were the five categories. From a study published in 2022, a positive relationship between reduced working hours and working life quality, sleep, and stress was observed. Now, this study was synthesized across a bunch of different studies. Some of the studies followed people who had reduction in work time reflecting 6 hours per day. Some of the studies followed people who had work time just reduced by 25%. Whatever they were doing, just run it back by 25%. Some of the studies followed people who got 2.5 hours of physical activity per week instead of work time. There was another study that followed people who went from working 39 hours to 30 hours a week. All of them saw that there was a reduction in stress and an improvement in sleep. So we've known for a little while that reducing working hours can help us be the best versions of ourselves. If you ever caught yourself coming home exhausted, stressed out, having a hard time extending your best self, understand that's why I really want this data to come out to you. Working 6 hours max per day would give you a lot more free time to spend with your families, to contribute to your communities. You could be setting up other forms of income. You could be learning a new trade. You could be teaching your trade. You could have neighborhood watch crews. You could have neighborhood cleanup crews. Getting involved with child care services, supporting elderly care or nursing homes. We could be doing community dinners at schools. We could be adopting orphans in our area. Or if you're not ready to adopt, you can just staff and mentor at your local orphanage. We could be fostering animals. You can chaperone and organize school trips. We'll give them opportunity to do more healing, get involved with group therapy, get involved with individual therapy. You'll have the extra energy to commit to doing 20 minutes or more of physical activity per day. Because at the end of the day, when you're contributing to your household or your community, you are also healing yourself. This study, documented in 2015, notes that individual acts of kindness release both endorphins and oxytocin. You really get the chance to ask yourself, what am I good at? What is it that I can do uniquely to me that I can expand on and help use that skill to improve my community? There might be something that you've always wanted to learn that could be useful to your household or your community. You can really be selfish when you ask yourself this question. It turns out not only is it like necessary for us to be able to work as a community to get away from institutions that require unhealthy hours, it's also a fast track to healing from the side effects of working those unhealthy hours. By being kind and building bonds with our local community members, further fast tracks that healing.